recording this while Cody is out of the room taking a piss. Because he's weak. He's weak-bladdered. He's weak-minded. He's weak fucking hearted and spirited. I'm going to keep talking shit about him until he comes up here. I've got, if you're watching this on the goddamn internet, I've got fucking dogs just surrounding me. Which is just really exciting. Number 21. Wow. What a milestone. Just wrapped up. We decided to drink because the podcast is now drinking age. And I can say that 3 hours, 10 minutes, and 45 seconds in, I am feeling the effects of the scotch that we have consumed. We got the Aberlour here. We got the Auchentoshan. 2 amazing scotches. We've had a good time recording this episode. We'll get it up on the internet shortly on YouTube. Obviously, anybody listening not on YouTube, just on the iTunes and the podcast app, will get a little bit better feel for what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, the best way to see how we really interact with each other, how the conversations go down, what we're thinking, kind of how we vibe off each other, is to check us out on YouTube. Feel free to give us a freaking like there, you know, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, a review on iTunes. That helps a lot in terms of getting the name out. And then send us any feedback you want. What's Next Pod at Gmail, What's Next Pod on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. We don't really fuck with a lot of the other websites. You know, it's not really our style to get involved with those too much. But yeah, we're hoping you guys dig. Number 21 was a pretty good time, and yeah, that's all I got, man. Get into it, enjoy it, have fun.
We've been drinking scotch for 4 hours.
All right, ready to run this intro?
Oh, I had to record one without you.
You serious?
Oh yeah,
All right,
you were gone for like 9 minutes.
It didn't feel that long to me, but I was taking a poop.
Check it out, listen all the way.
So what am I doing here? Just
What?
I'm recording the outro then. Thanks everyone for
Hey.
listening. Hey, shut the fuck up. It's my
Hey.
outro.
Hold up, man. Hey, it's your boy DeAndre in the building. I just checked in, you know what I'm saying? I wonder what's next podcast, man. Just finished up, man. Number 21. The boy been drinking scotch all day, man. And let me tell you something about these motherfuckers right here, alright? These boy real, alright? They keep it gangster, they keep it trill, they talk about jerking off, they talk about motherfucking money habits. Alright, these boy, they let their dogs on the camera. Alright, these motherfuckers don't play around, man. So you looking for a good place to go to hear some motherfucking dope ass content, some real ass motherfucking talk.
Real shit.
Alright, you want to hit up one of What's Next podcast, alright? And that's What's Next Pod, Gmail, Twitter, motherfucking Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, all that shit. Alright, even though they don't be on that Twitch that much because that motherfucking game Resident Evil 7, they be sucking dick. We're gonna find a new game for that shit. Hey, what's up? What's going on, guys? DeAndre, my boy, he just stepped out. Number 21 just
Anyone
wrapped
who's
up.
watching this on video knows that was just you.
No, man, no, that was definitely DeAndre. Hey, man, it's your boy DeAndre. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. One of What's Next podcast. Hey, DeAndre, look, we're good, okay? We don't need an introduction from you. We really appreciate it that you hung around for fucking 4.5 hours. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You just my homeboys. I'm a motherfucking support you, all right? I love you guys. Man, you always there for me. I love hanging with you motherfuckers, drinking these drinks.
Hey Adam, do you enjoy hanging out with them?
With DeAndre?
Yeah.
Is he gone?
I don't know. He was just talking on the
I
mic.
don't like him that much.
I don't want y'all to talk at the same time.
He's kind of annoying.
Hey, why don't y'all both say the same thing at the same time? Yeah, that's what I thought. Say people. What's wrong with you? You going crazy?
Hey, man,
He lost his mind.
DeAndre just one of these people.
Who is DeAndre? Who is
Look,
this guy?
DeAndre one of these motherfuckers that live inside me. You know what I'm saying? Alright? He deep in here. You don't know nothing about him. He from Houston, Texas. You don't know shit about DeAndre. Alright? And don't be fucking playing around like you know what the fuck is going on, alright? Cause I'll straight smack a hoe.
Is that a tribe in Mexico?
Smack a hoe? Yes, it is, in fact. Okay, So,
That was it.
as Cody wants me to say it, the Wonder What's Next podcast has just wrapped up episode 21. We celebrated the fact that the podcast is drinking age here by having alcoholic beverages, which you're not allowed to do in this country until you're 21. So we had some scotch here. We've got Auchentoshan and we've got Aberlour, two wonderful distilleries out of Scotland. Cody talked about how he likes to jerk off. Would you like me to continue with this fucking stupid voice?
Yes, I actually like that voice.
Okay. Number 21 wrapped up. It was the longest podcast we've ever done. We also we laid out a new seating arrangement, which I think worked out well. We were pretty comfortable the whole time. We had the dogs whining and bitching and moaning and getting in the fucking way, and it was really annoying. I've never come so close to killing a dog in my life. Number 21, please give us some feedback. Wonder What's Next Pod. What's Next Pod at gmail.com. What's Next Pod on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Of course, you can always hit up Cody, Fat Slob Belly Butter 22 on Tinder. And then find him. He'll come over to
Grindr.
your house and give you a jelly massage.
It's Grinder, not
We
Tinder.
Grinder because I forgot he likes the wieners. So we hope you guys enjoy
Yes.
number 21. Let us know how you think about it. What you think about it. I can't speak because I've been drinking scotch for 4 hours. All right, have fun, number 21. See you soon. Is that good, you fucking douchebag? I'm out. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
It's time.
All right.
It's time.
I was thinking more like, you know, that song, like, Bulls Games intro.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Dude, nothing gets my dick hard like that fucking pregame song from the Bulls. I need to drop down just like a smidge to get to my mic here.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on? Wonder What's Next podcast, episode number 21.
Yeah.
We're switching it up a little bit, having a celebration here. The podcast is officially legal
age.
drinking age. Having a couple nice glasses of scotch here. Yummy. So
Delicious.
we decided we'd partake in this fun activity to celebrate the 21st episode. I think we'll come up with some creative little stuff to do for each kind of milestone. 21's not normally a milestone, but Cody had a good idea when we were talking about it before. So as you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, well, I'll just tell you, we changed our seating arrangement, and we're 2 minutes in, and I think this is now our permanent seating arrangement. I'm really comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's definitely comfortable, more comfortable than your fucking chairs.
Yeah.
Those chairs suck.
So we'll give you guys a little background. For the ones who've seen it on YouTube, you can kind of see what's going on. For those who just listen, basically, we record this every week sitting at like a high table that was downstairs in a breakfast nook. It's like a little small dining room table type of thing, but it's real tall. And so it's got these real tall chairs that come with it, like 30-foot seat height or whatever. Those goddamn chairs are so fucking uncomfortable that after we've been up here for 2 or 3 hours, man, like your ass is numb, your hips are hurting. And so finally, I was up here cleaning the room, like I dusted and I was vacuuming and everything.
It did seem cleaner when I walked in.
It was pretty gross this morning, and I was like, I got to clean this fucking room.
Yeah.
So, and I started looking at the arrangement, and I was like, the thought of sitting in those chairs for another 3 hours made me sick. So I switched it up. So right now, if you're just listening, I'm sitting in my desk chair, like my office work chair, and Cody's got this big-ass kind of sofa-style chair that came from downstairs that we don't really use anymore. I figured I'd give him the wider seat.
For my fat ass.
Yeah, plus I didn't want you breaking my chair here.
All right, fine. Makes sense. All right. It's definitely more comfortable, though. I will give you
Yes.
that. It does feel a little weird. We're further apart.
You're much further away. I miss you already.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it'll work out. So
Yeah.
we've got a couple different bottles of scotch here. If you can see on the YouTube video, we got a nice Auchentoshan triple wood, triple distilled. Auchentoshan makes some absolutely incredible scotch. One of our episodes, I talked about the fact that I had that $55 glass of scotch.
Yeah.
It was a 29-year Auchentoshan, and it was fucking heaven. So this bottle
What year is that?
barely cost more. Well, this would be like a standard 12, basically, if it's a scotch. So, so that $55 glass shit, this bottle was maybe only $65. And then I went with the heavy hitter here. So Aberlour's a scotch I've been getting into quite a bit more lately. I fucking love it. And I've got this Abunad here. So it's a 16-year-old matured in Spanish Oloroso sherry butts. There you go.
And some butts.
Aged in butts.
Some Spanish butts.
Here's the interesting thing about this and why this is important. This is a cask strength Scotch, meaning that it's a way higher alcohol percentage than what you typically get after that, what they call the last cut, when they distill off that last little bit of alcohol and put the finish. Like, this is not their normal bottled product. It's the much higher potency
the
alcohol.
Devil's Cut.
So we haven't opened that one yet. We're rocking the Auchentoshan right now. We just wrapped up. My wife made this fucking badass dinner for us because she knew we were going to be up here drinking, so she wanted us to have some good food in our bellies, and it was killer. And I'm honestly like ready for a nap at this point.
Yeah, no, I could definitely go for a nap.
But we are just going to soldier on.
Yeah. And maybe murder a puppy if she doesn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll be able to see if you're
Yeah.
watching this on the internet. You'll be able to see the dogs from time to time.
That's Sophie.
So yeah, that's
Little
Cody's
baby.
dog.
Lay down.
Cody's staying at my place because we're responsible. We're not going to have him
adults.
driving after he's been drinking. And you know, I'm in such a fortunate position that I do have a guest bedroom in my house because I'm a billionaire.
He's a baller.
I did spend
He's
$180
on that
fucking dollars on
show
Scotch
with
today.
The Rock.
Yeah, baller. Oh, it's coming out.
Ballers.
It's starting again on Sunday.
Yep.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
Haven't seen a single episode.
So I just started my PS View. I'm on like a 5-day crossover, so Dish will be over in a few days, and I started up PS View ahead of it to just let the rest of the household get used to it, particularly my mother-in-law, so she can get used to figuring out how it works on the Apple TV. If you hear a couple breaks, like as we're talking here, that's just us taking some drinks, and it'll probably get a little more confusing as we go. Depending on how long we sit up here drinking and talking shit. It could turn into something dangerous.
Ugh.
So
May not even put this episode out. We may say some stuff we shouldn't have.
we had one episode. So if you go back and listen to episode 7, that was actually episode 8. And realistically, it was more like episode 13 because we recorded all those ones before that we never released. But
Yeah.
of ones we released, like we released number 7, and then I took it down.
Yeah.
We recorded that. I was really drunk, and I said some things I just shouldn't have said, like some pretty rude shit, and kind of very immature things, and decided to take it down. I don't have any intention of that happening here.
He's a pussy. He just won't just own up to what he said.
Well, it's more that I'm a professional with a family and like a lifestyle I want to uphold, and
Nah.
I said things that out of context sounded pretty bad.
Yeah. Don't
And when
worry
I
about
get drunk, I get aggressive, and I was talking about getting in a fight and all that kind of stuff. So I just decided to let it go. Look what I can do.
Yeah.
He was on Fighter and the Kid recently, Michael McDonald. Oh shit, I forgot about that guy. Well, which movie was that? Funny People? No, it wasn't Funny People.
No. What was it?
Was it?
It's the one. It's the one with Paul. No,
40?
no. It's I Love You, Man.
I Love You, Man. Yes.
Because Paul Rudd
Latest
didn't
on the
have any-
Menjay.
he
That's
didn't have
right.
any- yeah.
And he's got Andy Samberg's his gay brother who's trying to get. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
where he sees. So he goes to the fucking soccer game with that guy too.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fucking great. I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is a good movie.
That guy just crop dusted your open house. It's fucking brilliant.
This house ain't right. Yeah, it smells like farts.
It's just not the right size for me, bro. That's a good. I love going to
Latest on the Menjay.
open houses.
And crop
even-
dusting it.
No. But even when I'm just not like clearly not in the market for a house or anything, it's just so much fun to go see homes and just go walk around and like think about what you could do with the space and
Sounds kind of weird.
make fun of people's choices on shit, and it's fun. You should come with us sometime.
No.
Yeah. We went to one a few weeks ago up the street on a house that was way out of our price range.
And
And
they
then-
knew it as soon as you walked in. They're like, you can't buy this house.
No, man, you should see the shoes I wear. I look good. So, no, but we walked in and we walked around this place, and it was a really, really big house. Very well priced, actually, for the size and everything, but it probably needed 200 grand worth of updates, just renovation, because
Oh,
it was
just
built in
that.
the 70s, and only like 2 rooms have been updated out of the 7 bedrooms, and the other, like, there were 2 studies, and I mean, it was like 5,400 square feet. So I was like, okay, whoever buys this is not only spending a good amount of money on the house, but they've got to drop some fucking cash on getting this place up to date. So not there yet. Maybe another 7 years.
Oh, that'd be
Get a
nice.
house like that, $1 million house. Be nice. I'd rather just not spend the money on a house though.
Yeah,
do something
that would
else.
be better.
Yeah. So what's up with you, man?
Exhausted, very busy at work, so that's
You in that job? You should quit.
and do what else?
There is probably a really good market for heavy set male exotic dancers. And I've seen you dance. You're a hell of a
I can
dancer.
dance,
So maybe you should look into that.
maybe.
I don't think
Just
it's too
put
bad of an
Put
idea.
my kids through college. That's all I'm doing. Or no, sorry, I'm working my way through
What would
college.
be your male stripper name? If you had to.
Big Mac?
Big Mac. I was thinking maybe like Vanilla Thunder.
Nah.
Big Mac. McRib.
What could be mine?
Stay Puffed. You could come out dressed as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with that fucking bow tie
Just the bow tie.
and that stupid grin on. That
Just-
movie was on
just
the other
bow
night.
tie.
Yeah, there you go.
What else? What could it be? Just Mike. Like, give it up for Mike.
Sex Architect Ted Mosby. Or Ted Mosby, Sex Architect. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one would be good.
No.
Lance
no.
Hardwood.
There you go,
Yep.
Lance Hardwood.
Yeah,
Sex Architect, starring Ted Mosby.
that's fucking great, man. Well, we had some incredibly sad news come out of the music world yesterday. I don't know if you heard.
No?
Haven't kept up with it at all. Chester Bennington. You know who that is?
Nope.
The lead singer of Linkin Park.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know who it is now. You said that.
Committed
It's
suicide.
been a long time since I've heard Linkin Park, so.
Yeah. So he killed himself.
I did not know that. How?
Hanging. He hanged himself.
Hung
Hanged. It's
Hung
technically
the-
hanged when you talk about.
them.
He didn't hung himself.
He hung himself. He done.
I
That
mean,
boy
I'm
done hung
actually
himself.
okay with the way it sounds, but technically it's hanged. That fucking sucks, man. He was I think 41.
Maybe it's a cover up. Maybe he knew some shit he wasn't supposed to know.
But, I mean, what would he possibly have?
Who knows? Maybe he was a spy
I highly
he
doubt
used-
it.
and he used his singing talents to travel the world.
Very unlikely.
Like, come on, they're in Moscow performing, and then in between destinations, he's running off to Putin's house and spying on his computer.
I am
Actually,
certain.
at the time they were touring, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
Putin was in power.
I'm
but
certain
still.
that's not the case.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Are you in the NSA?
100%. I am Edward Snowden. It's yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I had never even heard that guy had any kind of problems. I mean, it just kind of fucking happened.
You're an artist. Artists are always having issues.
Why are those people so tortured?
I don't know, because you got to be to be artistic.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how many well-adjusted artists do you know?
I know they're all pretty eccentric, aren't they? Like when you get down to it,
Yeah.
there's got to be some kind of real strange thing going on in their head. Come up with the shit they do.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks, man. It got me thinking about. I had some music topics in mind, but it actually got me thinking about the first concert I ever went to was a Linkin Park concert. So it was the Family Values tour back in the day. I was 15 years old, and it was Stained, Linkin Park, and Stone Temple Pilots was my very first concert. Like, talk about setting the fucking bar really high.
You wanna know what my first concert was?
Slipknot.
I think I was 10 or 11. Ted Nugent and Kiss.
Dude, well, fuck Kiss, but Nugent's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Ted Nugent, except he'd
At
sit up there. He'd
at-
be just
at
spouting
the-
off political bullshit.
At the Lubbock Convention Center.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
A lot of jorts and tobacco spit in that place. Chew
No.
tobacco, chew tobacco, chew tobacco, spit.
No. Wranglers. And
Wranglers. I'm a Levi guy. But,
big belt buckles.
old Nuge. Did you know, like, surely you didn't know any of the music at that
Yeah.
concert?
Yeah, dude.
You a big Kiss fan?
So was my
Ugh,
parents.
Friendship over. Kiss fucking sucks,
You
man.
suck.
Kiss is trash.
And then, dude, my mom would clean the house blaring Kiss, some Def Leppard, some Meatloaf.
So your mom definitely was a stripper. My mom blasted Madonna, so I know way too much fucking Madonna.
Yeah, see, no, that wasn't
Yeah.
my mom. My mom was playing.
We had, because my dad's a big audiophile, so we had like a real nice record player set up, a big hi-fi stereo, and dual cabinets and shit. And so he'd blast like Metallica, Judas, all that kind of shit, like Megadeth. And then my mom just fucking Madonna and some MJ, which I still really love.
Cyndi Lauper.
So my brother and I would throw in like some Salt and Pepper and some Coolio and Nirvana and shit like that. Yeah, and I had such an eclectic like musical upbringing. I talked to a lot of people, like a Zeppelin song will come on or something, and I'm singing along with it, and they're like, "How old are you again? 30? This song came out before you were born." I know, it's fucking great. It's still great music. Like,
Yeah.
I grew up in my dad's car, and we damn sure weren't listening to my fucking music. I mean,
what was our music of the day?
what do you mean? Like when?
I don't know. Growing up, I'm thinking of like what was popular. Then.
I mean, the most popular band of our generation, if we're just talking musical group, was NSYNC.
Yeah. Some NSYNC.
Nirvana
Some NSYNC,
was
some Backstreet Boys.
Nirvana was huge, but it was when we were literally like toddlers almost. I mean, 91, we were 4 years old, so
Yeah.
the big groups, hip hop really kind of hit its prime when we were teenagers,
Yeah.
the late 90s, early
I
2000s.
was listening to some Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit was big, dude. Linkin Park, like Hybrid Theory to me is still one of probably the top 5 like albums where you can listen front to back without skipping a song and enjoy every fucking song. I mean,
I
they
remember
changed the game.
I remember just getting high and laying down listening to a whole Linkin Park album, just
God,
chilling,
dude.
just like,
I can still hear Papercut in my mind opening up that album. Such a fucking great song. And then the little Mr. Han interlude. That fucking album was incredible. Yeah, that show was insane. So Linkin Park was still so unknown at that show. They opened.
Oh, really?
So it was Linkin Park, then Stained, and then STP closed.
See, I'm not a big Stained fan.
I
don't
like
their
them.
music.
I like them, and I've enjoyed their music, but it's mostly because of Aaron Lewis.
I mean,
but
I thought it was okay, but it was not like
live, they are fucking hardcore. Like, they play all their hard shit live. So they play like Suffer and Mud Shovel, songs like that, like the harder shit. Now he still did a bunch of their more famous hits. I've seen him. I've seen Stain twice and Aaron Lewis solo once. I worked a gig where Aaron Lewis performed at Palladium Ballroom, which only holds 1,500 people.
Mhm.
That was really
What band
fucking
was that?
cool. I can't. It was some big fundraiser that we were doing at one point for who the fuck knows,
I don't
but
remember.
he basically was on a stage literally in the middle of the audience, just
Oh,
playing
really?
his fucking guitar and singing. It was bad to the
like
bone,
in the middle
dude.
of the ballroom.
In the middle of the Palladium Ballroom, yeah.
Yeah, see, I definitely.
So
did.
right where the general like the pit is,
Mhm.
and then there's that step up and those columns and the big overhead deal.
Yeah.
He was like
Right
up
there-
against
right where
that
the audio
where front of
is.
house normally is. He
Yeah.
was right up against that.
Right
So
up
he was in
against
the
front of
middle
house?
of
Okay.
He was in the middle of everybody.
Yeah, see, I definitely wasn't. I definitely didn't work that one
Yeah.
at all.
It was cool.
Because I would have remembered that.
It was a
That
cool deal. And then, so when they were, we were setting up and everything for a couple days for that show, he had a trailer outside with 2 motorcycles on it. So we happened to catch him when he was hopping off, and a couple chicks jumped on the motorcycles with him, and off they went. I was like, he lives a decent life, I think.
Yeah. it's gotta be interesting being on tour.
I would, I don't think I could do it. Maybe like 8 weeks, but like when Justin Timberlake goes on tour and it's, 40 weeks or some shit? I mean, it's, more
Like,
than
how
half
do
a
you-
year.
Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just live on the road and perform the same songs over and over again?
I tell you what, man. Like, did you ever watch that Justin Timberlake and the Tennessee Was it Tennessee Kids, the Netflix concert?
No, not the no.
I would, and I know you're set on your content pretty well, but like, I would highly recommend it for two reasons. One, the second one might attract you more. One, he's fucking amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
he's absolutely incredible. But two, it is, I would venture to say, it might be the most well-produced piece of film I've ever seen. It is, whoever was in charge of photography, like cinematography and editing for this production, not for the live concert. I mean, the
Yeah.
concert was gorgeous. It was beautiful. But the way they
But the
shot it and
cinematography,
edited
everything was
is,
looking really good.
oh my God, man. It was unreal. I mean, I've watched it twice.
Oh,
It was so good. I mean, the music's great and he's amazing and the band was fucking incredible.
well, yeah.
But
he's
like,
really talented.
it was produced so well it makes you emotional. It was real. Well, I'm watching it on a fucking gigantic TV, so maybe that's part of it. But it was really stellar. I have already decided, like in my head, there's a certain amount of money I'm totally okay with paying to see him live, and it's a lot, like a lot. And I mean, per ticket, it's a lot. But I'm like, if he comes to town, I have no problem throwing down this money to go see him because
you want to go to the next one?
to take my wife and go see him.
Do you want me to see you? If we can get the suite
Well,
again?
yeah, if we get the suite, fuck yeah. So we got Cody hooked us up, my wife and I, with a suite to a Taylor Swift concert at AT&T Stadium.
For that 1984, 1987 tour?
1989. That was when she's born.
Is it 89?
Yeah,
Okay.
89. Was that 2 years ago we saw that show? Because it was before she was pregnant, wasn't it?
She's pregnant? Taylor Swift's pregnant?
God damn it, my wife.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. I don't know if Taylor Swift, I'm sure she's not.
well,
I have no idea.
maybe the reason why I was surprised is because today, when I was on the internet, I saw that Christina Aguilera is pregnant. And I didn't know that either. So whenever you said she was pregnant, I was like, Taylor Swift's pregnant?
No, before my
Swift's having
wife
a
got
baby?
pregnant.
Gotcha. You didn't say that, so I inferred you meant T Swift.
No, I'm pretty sure we saw that concert before my wife got pregnant. Is what I was saying.
Yes.
So that would have been 2 years ago.
Do you need to get something?
Yeah, there's something in my glass and I need to clean it out. So, yeah, that concert was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
She was one hell of a performer.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And seeing her legs on that fucking jumbotron, that was something else. Yeah.
Yeah, so the suite's on pretty much about close to the 50-yard line, just below eye level of the big screens there at Cowboy Stadium. So
Well, and the interesting thing about that show was it was the only reason we went was because it was in a suite. We wouldn't want to be down with all those like 13-year-olds and
Yeah.
shit. So it was such a cool experience to see what it was like for those young kids, but not be in the middle of it.
Mhm.
I mean, it was fucking amazing
Yeah,
to hear
because it was
60,000 people
it
lose
was,
their
there was a bunch of
shit.
adults and very few kids in the suite.
Yeah. But I remember after she played that first song, she opened with Welcome to New York, and it was so loud that it was like a 3-minute break where she was just standing there in shock.
That's deafening.
It was astonishing.
Mhm.
It was a great show. I would see her again any day. I can appreciate anybody who puts on a good show, even if I don't love their music.
Yep.
Like, I would see Katy Perry in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Because her productions are fucking ridiculous.
And those boobs.
Well, yeah, she wears some tight leather stuff.
And boobs.
Not going to complain about that.
Yeah.
Not one bit. No. All right, well, I'm going to try to clean out my glass. I don't know if you can hold down the fort for like 2 minutes.
Fine, I guess I'll do it. I mean,
Oh, well, yeah, so you need a refill.
yeah,
Um,
buddy.
This is unfortunate. I'll tell you after what's going on here, but I'm grossed out by it.
That's very unfortunate because it's just it's alcohol. So whatever's in there, just call it good.
It's still grossing me out.
All right, fine.
I'm gonna step out of frame
He's
here
gonna-
and refill Cody's glass.
Step out of frame, and I'm just gonna sit here and talk by myself. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to vamp for a minute while he gets me more alcohol. We're gonna get kind of drunk, and it's gonna be interesting. Hey, back the way, Soph. Quit getting up in that shit. Calm down. Stay.
All
with your
right,
cup.
you wanna try out the good shit?
I mean, whenever you're ready to change to the good shit, I'm okay.
All right. Well, let me get this fucker.
You take care of yourself. I'll continue to talk to the people. I am the man of the people. Vote for me as your next president.
Vote for Cody.
Yeah,
He is best #1 superstar.
I'm number one.
Hey, do you give a fuck about this shirt?
And I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do with my shirt. I mean, if you pour out the alcohol and then clean your shirt, clean it with my shirt, I'm fine with that. But if you're just trying to soak up that with my shit, I'd be very upset. It's fine.
How much did you swear on this?
I mean, I wore that all day at work. So, I don't know. Not much, I guess. I'm in the office all day. I just didn't want to wear my company t-shirt on the podcast while I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I thought I'd change into a polo. It's actually the first I just saw and grabbed it. Hey, Soph, come here. Come here. Come be on the podcast. Come here. Hey, Sophia. Hey. Come here. Come here. Be on the podcast. Look. Look, come here. You're on the podcast, right in the corner. There you go. Come here. Say, hey. Hey, everybody. Look at me.
All right.
Just slobbering everywhere. Come here. Come here, Soph. Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here.
She's too stupid to know what you're saying.
Sophia. What are you doing?
All right, I'm back. All right.
And he's back.
I got it situated. I'm gonna have to power through what just happened.
What was in there?
So before we came up here after we had dinner, I couldn't find our glasses, and I just saw 2 of these little mini tumblers
Our glasses
sitting
were sitting right there by the sink.
by the sink.
Yes.
Well, I guess one of the ones that I had a glass of milk this morning, and I guess that was one of the. It just happened to be sitting there, so there was some dried up milk in the bottom of that glass.
That's gross.
Fucking gross. I mean, not like I could taste it, but just
I mean,
like seeing it in there.
Yeah, well, with the liquor, that's weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this will fucking burn whatever was in there, though. So we're trying out this 60.7% alcohol by volume Abunad, A''Bunadh by Aberlour. So
Some
Aberlour
Spanish
is
butt liquor.
yeah. Aberlour, which most people might pronounce Aberlour, Aberlour, is a tremendously awesome distillery. And we're about to try one of their better products here. We'll see just how this goes. Give me that glass.
Go. Thank you, sir.
If we have anybody listening who has any recommendations for a good scotch, or Cody and I actually both fucking love tequila as well.
Yes.
So, if you have some recommendations, you can always shoot us feedback at the What's Next Pod at Gmail. Oh,
yeah.
man. Oh.
Hey.
I'm
No.
really upset about how much this bottle costs because I think we're going to drink the whole thing. That is fucking delicious.
I don't know about the whole thing. It'd be kind
Holy
of
shit. That's so good.
schmammered after that one.
Wow. Anyways, like I was saying, if you have recommendations,
You're definitely
tequila
right.
or
That's gonna
some scotch or whiskey,
burn whatever's in there.
Yeah.
That's nice.
yeah, let us know. We're always open to trying new things.
Yeah.
So these two, I've had both of these brands, a bunch of their stuff, but I never tried these two. So I don't know if I've talked about this much. My tendencies when I go to any kind of store, this is why my wife hates going shopping with me, like for clothes, is I will look at every option 15 times. It probably took me 30 minutes to pick out these 2 bottles today.
Well,
So, like, let's say I'm going shopping for, like, jeans or shoes. I might spend 2 hours getting one pair of shoes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I'm very cautious. I've talked about, like, my selling system
The
uses
only time
personality
it takes
styles.
me an
I'm an
hour to
extremely
find a
cautious
shoe?
decision maker.
Is if I've never been to the store before. I'm trying to find where all their shoes are at.
No, man. I go back and I think about, like, well, this one could. I'm literally, like, I'm looking at a pair of shoes and I'm thinking about all the outfits I could wear with it, how they'd look, what I can buy in the future to wear with them. I just got some new white loafers. Oh, you should see these fucking things. It took me a long time to
Jesus
figure
Christ,
out which
can't
ones I
believe I'm
wanted.
Friends with you.
What, man? I like to know that I'm not gonna regret the decision I made. I had like 4 different bottles in hand today, and I kept avoiding this Aberlour because I was like, you don't need to spend that much on this scotch today. And then I was like, you know what? You've had a great start to your fucking fiscal year. Like, it's not an insane amount of money, and you're gonna love it. So just fucking get it. Finally talked myself into it.
I have one pair of tennis shoes, right here. Ones
I don't
I'm
have that
wearing
many
now.
tennis shoes. I only have, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Only 4 or 5. I have one. One
I
pair.
have nine pair of dress shoes.
I have one pair of dress shoes. I actually have 2.
I keep
I
it
have
pretty
2 pairs
simple.
One tennis shoes, two dress shoes, and some flip flops
I don't know any flip flops.
and boots.
I do have my
boots
cowboy
and
boots.
regular
Yep,
boots.
I got my cowboy boots. I probably have in total, not a lot right now, 17, 18 pair of shoes. I only wear like 10 of them though.
Like I said, I have tennis shoes, 2 dress shoes, flip flops, cowboy boots, work boots. 6 pairs. You
Yeah.
have nearly as many tennis shoes as I have just shoes in general.
If money were no object, this entire room we're in, which is a little over 200 square feet, would be floor to ceiling, wall to wall shoes. Like, and they'd be on a rotating rack with like an inventory system. And
Jesus Christ.
oh, dude, I fucking love shoes. They're the best. Like nothing. I want to buy shoes to not wear them.
See-
I just want to have a collection of shoes that sit on the shelf.
That's whatever. Everyone has their own thing. I mean, literally, if I had all the money in the world, I would have less shoes and less clothes. Because I would wear fucking
Just walk around
shorts.
naked and be like, "What? Fuck you."
Nah, I don't like walking. Walking around naked is just not. It's not. It feels a little weird sometimes. Like I do it around my apartment all the time. I'm like, I'll walk out naked right now. I
Yeah.
don't care. But if I could, I would wear basketball shorts, and that is it. Done. No shirts, no underwear, no socks, shoes, nothing. That's just it. Done. That's all I wear. As soon as I get
What if
home,
you have to go to the store?
then I throw it. Depends. Is it hot or cold outside?
Let's call it like. Well, it doesn't get cold here until January, so let's say it's January. It's cold.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You're gonna put on a Texas Tech hoodie.
I'm gonna put on a hoodie and and just slip on tennis shoes.
Yep.
And that's it.
Well, yeah, and see, like, if I'm getting dressed up for the cold, I'm gonna put on a nice pea coat, like some slacks, some.
Now, if we're going out, yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Well, no,
different.
I just want to wear like that's
No.
what I want to wear.
If I'm
I
going to the
wa-
grocery store, I'm literally just no shirt underneath it, Texas Tech hoodie.
Although
some
my favorite
tennis
thing to
shoes,
wear,
no
my
socks.
absolute favorite thing to wear, and this is only for cool weather because it's not good enough for like legit cold weather, is my On It hoodie. That is the most comfortable piece of fucking clothing I own.
Honestly, I want to move someplace closer just so I can wear hoodies more often.
I know hoodies are the fucking best.
I
man.
know. Too bad it's
I get to
fucking
wear
hot
them.
in
Yeah,
Texas.
I probably get to wear them 3 fucking weeks out of the year.
It sucks.
I've also gotten into like more vests and sweaters and shit,
Hmm.
like sweater vest
I
combos.
do wear sweaters more often now.
They're nice.
Yeah.
They're underrated.
But again, that's usually for work. If I was at home, nope, it's gonna be basketball shorts and a Texas Tech hoodie.
Yeah.
That's my
Hmm.
go-to. I
Yeah.
could wear that all the time. I want to wear that right now. Actually, I want to take my pants off right now.
Well, I
It's
mean,
hot.
be a good surprise for the viewers on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, like my balls.
I'd rather not have your balls directly on that chair because we may use it again later.
Nah,
Although I doubt it.
no, you know.
I'm sure that the plan will be, well, let's get it reupholstered for $900,000. You know, it's way more expensive to get a chair reupholstered and just buy a fucking new one.
Unless you know a guy.
Right, well, I don't fucking know anybody. So
Yeah, I know a guy.
just an upholstered guy.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Greg?
No. Tomas.
Tomas. I've met a Tomas or two in my
You
day.
would know his daughters and his son, Valerie, Vanessa, and TJ.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he did that.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting.
He's the one who did my my couches.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Because these are great chairs. So getting them reupholstered would,
Mhm.
you know, would actually
See,
not be a
can't
bad
do it.
deal. We're still trying to figure. I'm trying to get settled in here with my seat.
it's
I'm
a-
still so much more comfortable than I was before.
The chair feels better, but it still feels awkward. It feels weird. I'm like.
Well, you know what we should do is,
I'm trying to- just-
you know what we should do is just sit on a love seat, like literally right next to each other.
I think it's the stands. I think we need some better stands and like longer ones.
Yep.
Because it feels like it's in the way.
It definitely is. I can't move around very much.
No. I feel like this is not a good position. I'm not sure if the audio is coming through clearly because I'm usually a lot closer to my mic, and I feel like it's.
It's all good. I can see the
Everything's-
levels from here.
Yeah, no, everything looks fine. It feels wrong.
Yeah.
I'm used to being up on it, like
Up
someone
on it.
who
up on
knows
it.
how to talk on a mic.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
we're used to it. Not back here because this is where it's like comfortable. Like I'm used to.
Well, see, that's why I kind of slid down and pulled the mic like right into my face.
Well, my situation is not working out.
what I'm really looking forward
I do
to.
travel a lot with this stuff, and it's starting to wear out with the whole
Yeah.
moving it.
What I'm really looking forward to is when it's cool enough, which will be, fucking months from now. To sit out on the patio.
End of October.
I want to sit out on the patio,
That'd be nice.
like
Might taste the take good.
have a fucking cigar, record a podcast, be a good time.
You can have a cigar. I won't.
I want to
'Cause if
get
I have
into
a c-
cigars, and I don't know
'Cause
why.
Is if I have a cigar, then I want to go buy some cigarettes, and I've stopped smoking for 4 years now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been that
And I
long.
haven't had a cigarette since.
Good job.
So no,
Guyab.
I want one.
You
Lots of
did a
times.
guyab. All I want is some weed, man.
You need some
I
weed.
really, really want some. It's all I think about. Not actually at all, but I do think about it from time to time. How nice it would be to get high.
You know what I want? I want that thing we got back in high school. What was it? Right, pussy.
What's that that thing I haven't seen in like a decade? Oh, Pussy.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Half Baked is hilarious.
That's right. Yeah. So I was listening to a podcast recently that made me.
Were you listening to Burt? Because you want me, not Burt, but Bill Burr? Because you wanted me to bring that up. You want me to remind you about that?
Oh, that's right.
You sent me a text.
Let me think about how that joke went. It had me fucking dying in my car. But no, I'll think about how that joke went. He made a hilarious comment about the McGregor fight. Oh, yeah, I wrote it down. Okay, I already wrote it down on here. So, anyways, I was listening to a podcast recently that made me want to go back and start listening to some Tool again. So, Tool, for a long time, was my favorite band until I discovered Chevelle. Like, they were far and away my favorite band. I've seen them 3 or 4 times in concert.
Did you go last time without me? Or no?
No,
we didn't get
last
tickets.
time. No, I didn't go last time. So I think
Yeah.
I've seen them 3 times. Cause I seen them twice with you and once without you.
Did we go twice?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So
I don't know.
I forgot how fucking amazing that band is. Like,
How could you forget?
dude, I hadn't listened because I stopped listening to music about a year ago. I mean, just straight up, like, every once in a while, a new album will come out that'll get me really excited. Like, Jadakiss released an album that I definitely downloaded and listened to.
See, now
Chevelle hasn't released an album in, man, fucking
seriously,
probably
now
4
with
years
the,
was
now
Largola.
with the with streaming music, I don't buy music very often anymore. I don't even listen.
yeah,
much.
I mean, Slim Shady LP 2, I definitely downloaded, but like I rarely listen. I don't turn on my fucking iTunes or whatever in my car, and I'm listening to podcasts all day.
Yeah.
Or I'm on the fucking phone. Jesus Christ. But dude, I was driving home the other night and I was like, I'm gonna throw on some fucking Tool, and I was like, God, these guys are incredible. I mean, the level of skill from every member of that band is astonishing. Danny Carey's always blown me away, but then their bass player, I think his name is Adam, and then the guitarist, I believe, is Jason. Obviously, Maynard's the lead singer. Man, they're so fucking good. Like, you go back and listen to the Zombie. Holy shit,
Dude,
song's
listen-
incredible.
Listen to all their music.
Yeah. When I was doing that, I was in my wife's car. I had that event, and I had some of the shit we're looking at around the room, these big fucking signs and banners and shit. My wife's got a big SUV, and I just drive a car, and I was in her car. So we both have Nissans, both of which are like the top model in their class or whatever. So they both have Bose stereos. Now my car, the sound system is really fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Her car,
It's a lot better.
oh man, is it fantastic. I mean, so mine, it's very powerful and there's like real strong bass. It's like a fucking concert in her car. There are 13 speakers in that motherfucker. It is impressive. So I need to steal her car a little more often and actually jam out to some fun fucking music.
It's
Cause
like, honey, I'm gonna go for a ride real quick.
I mean, like in my car, it's surprising because I drive just a 4-door sedan that's gold and as much of a dad fucking car as you can drive, right? Like, it's pretty plain.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'll pull up to a light and people can hear me bumping. I swear to God, I was in her car the other day, and I had some song on that had a good amount of bass, and the fucking mirror was like, the cars were disappearing. The mirror was shaking so hard. It was just like, whoa. I was like, holy shit. This car is incredible. I'm so jealous of her fucking car. And all I know is she really wants to get into a nicer one, which means I'll get hers, which will be great for me. And I'm fine with that because it'll be a serious upgrade for me. The bird joke.
Plus, you can take more shit with you.
Yes.
You can
My
take more
car's plenty.
kettlebells. And
Well, that's true. Yeah, my car's plenty roomy, but yeah, it really, even driving my car as much as I do, and like the amount of stuff I keep in it, it really is so great to have like third row seating and all that extra space to like lay down the seats, put in bigger shit. I mean, this sign that's next to me is so big that I had to not only lay down all the seats, but move up the passenger seat all the way to the front of the car to get this fucking thing to fit in there. It's 7 feet long. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty big.
yeah, it's a
Maybe you
huge.
should have thought about
It's a big
that.
sponsor sign that I had made for an event. So the bird joke.
Yeah.
He was. I was listening to him the other day. He was talking about McGregor Mayweather, and he was like, all these people watching these fucking sparring videos online and commenting like they mean anything. What's all these fucking dopes that are talking about? Saying talking about McGregor going, oh, well, he used to box. And he's like, yeah, he used to box. That's great. A lot of people used to do stand-up comedy. You want to see them do a fucking HBO special? But just the way Bird delivers that fucking joke, man, I was like, yeah, I mean, you have a really good point, but I'm still definitely paying $100 to watch that fight.
Oh, I definitely want to watch
So-
McGregor. I want McGregor to win. But
Yeah. So next weekend, the 29th, is UFC 214. Hey, not sure what happened there. That was strange. We'll figure out that piece here in a little bit. So we were talking about UFC 214. So next weekend should be recording a podcast at
My
Cody's
house.
house
With
to
maybe
get
some special guests.
yeah.
We'll
see if we can get a couple guests over there.
Is the
Should be a good time. Yeah, the video's still running.
okay?
We had a little break in the audio there, as you'll
Little
probably
technical
be able
difficulty, and I have two
to hear.
puppies now bothering me. Hi, Brody.
Yes.
Hi, bro.
That's going to be a good one. Big
Sophia,
time,
Get down.
big time fucking card on that.
Get down. Stop it.
Oh, dude.
Wow, you're annoying, little dog.
I don't know if you saw this, or maybe it doesn't matter to you because I don't know if you watched it growing up. They're remaking Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hmm.
Did you ever watch that
Yeah,
show?
I did.
Yeah. So
But
you
I don't-
haven't seen anything about it,
But I
or
don't care anymore. It's kind of like out of my demographic.
what an obscure show to remake. Like of all the
Mm-hmm.
cartoons, I would assume, and my hope is that it's gonna be basically just for adults, because that show was always kind of sort of like a Ren and Stimpy-ish.
Yeah, both of those are kind of weird. Like, kind of.
Yeah, much
out
more
there.
adult humor type shit. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty interesting to see.
All right, I really wish you two go lay down over there right now. Go away. Go lay down. You're all annoying. Can't do this anymore. Go away. Go. God. Stupid puppy. Hey. Go lay down.
Yeah, good enough. Oh boy, I'm feeling a little slow after that big ass fucking meal.
Yeah, but it's delicious.
Yeah, anytime my wife cooks, it's a pretty good experience.
The best. I've never had a bad meal
You're
from
the
your
best
wife.
around.
Every single one. Every time I've come over and she's cooked, it's been amazing. I've never had a bad one.
I am a fortunate person.
Very fortunate.
I married 10 leagues up, I think.
Yeah, she's definitely the settler.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
You're reaching.
I am. But, you know, I'm a fucking goal setter, and I'm a winner. And so I got
You set that goal, you won.
it, man. I
Ding,
won
ding,
the
ding.
fucking lottery. Yeah. Not really going to complain or just going to do my best not to fuck it up.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Just keep riding this train.
Don't worry. I'll take care of you. If anything. Not you. Her.
What are
Take
you
care-
gonna do with your jet skis? And your wife? Because I could have sex with her while you're in prison.
Exactly. Don't worry. Your wife and kid will be perfectly fine if anything happened to you. I do my best to take care
I
of you.
am fully confident you could not fill the gap that would be left in this house if I
totally
disappeared.
could. Totally could. I am so loving
It's not about loving.
and the best.
It's about putting in like 19-hour days, 4 days a week,
Okay. I can do
4 to
that.
5 days a week, really.
I can do that.
Think so?
Yeah.
4 hours of yard work,
Yes.
on the phone till 9 o'clock at night.
Yes, I can.
Yep. Helping with groceries.
I'd
And,
totally do that for you.
okay.
I'd take care of your family for you
All right.
and your wife.
I don't know if
And your
she'd.
kid.
I don't know if she'd be interested. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, man, whatever. Let's keep it in the family.
Have you? So we talked about this, I think, a few episodes ago. Are you fucking searching for any ladies out there? Tinders and your FarmersOnly.coms.
I
and
got one right here. The prettiest lady I ever need. And you're right, Sophie.
yeah, she's really fucking dumb and annoying.
Hi. Hi, baby. You're just all I need. I need nothing else.
Just put peanut butter on your balls and
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yep. Let her
Done.
Go to town.
I can't imagine that I could
Just
like.
that rough tongue on my penis.
Yeah, I can't imagine I would actually
No.
enjoy that.
No, that'd probably be weird.
A little too weird.
Yeah.
Because I love my dog so much.
Yeah.
Somebody else's dog though.
Oh, totally. I'd totally put peanut butter on my balls and let your birdie lick it off. Be okay with that.
And he would do a hell of a job.
Dude, he would
'cause
go all
his
over
tongue is like 4 feet long.
I
yeah,
felt
I
his
don't
tongue-
understand it.
He comes by me and all the time and just ugh.
Yep.
He could probably work all the way, change the shaft in nice one quick motion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just whoop.
He can cover your whole head with one lick. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's a good motion, man. Like Brody, you want some peanut butter?
yeah, Brody'd be killing it out on Cedar Springs in Dallas.
No, we're joking. I don't put peanut butter on my penis for my dog. I love my dog too much for that. That's weird.
Yeah, that is a little strange.
I mean, if you have sex with dogs, whatever, that's your thing, but it's not my thing. I love-
No, if you have sex with dogs, you can go fuck off and die. Who does that?
I don't know. People have sex with dogs. I don't know.
Not okay.
Whatever. Do you think?
So where do you draw the line then? What is it? Cats? Cats is too weird, or
No.
sheep, horses,
No.
fucking mongoose? If you could wrangle in one, more power to you, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't get your dick bitten off.
Yeah. Whatever you want. If you can get your dick in it, go ahead.
Long as you can get your dick in it,
Yeah.
you can fuck it.
Hey, that book over there. I think I'm gonna stick my dick in it.
Have you heard that fucking? You probably haven't or don't remember it because
Don't
I'm
have it down here.
because I'm so weird with the things I can remember that are on video. Louis' special, pretty sure it's from Chewed Up, where he's
Anderson. That wasn't bad.
that was
Holy
pretty
shit.
good.
That was-
No, where he's talking about like horny teenagers. He's like, if anybody here has a kid at home between like 12 and 15, something in your house is getting fucked. Like he's probably fucking your couch,
Yeah.
or he's like slamming his dick in the door of the fridge, like, like rubbing up against your fucking walls, and he's like, just the pressure feels good. He's got a fucking like 5-minute bit about a kid going around just putting his dick on everything in a house. I was like, I mean, you're not wrong.
Nah.
Like, when you're 13, anything that can touch your dick is something that can get you off.
Yeah. I mean, a breeze.
Yeah, like riding the bus to school.
Just
Brutal. Just the bouncing,
Just-
man. Yeah. Tough.
Mhm. Yep.
I don't know what's wrong, like what it is about me, but when I get really tired, like really tired, is when I'm super horny. It makes no sense.
Hmm.
Like when my body is the least capable of doing anything, I'm
I
super
do hate it when
horny.
I'm trying to go to bed. You know, you're trying to get comfortable, and suddenly you get an erection. You're like, well, now you're just making this worse. Like, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
ugh,
I
come
was
on
hoping to
now.
actually relax.
Yeah.
Now I gotta sleep on my side. I can't
Yeah.
fall asleep on my side. Are you a belly sleeper or, what?
Or you just gotta rub one out and get it out of the way. You're like, well, I gotta take care of this real quick.
I mean, my wife's in bed next to me, so I just go to sleep. But
What, you don't jerk off next to your wife? just.
well, we've got one of those mattresses where like she can't. I can
She
jump on the
can't
wine. I
feel.
can jump on the bed and the wine glass won't spill. You
Yeah.
know. So maybe
Yeah.
I should.
Just start jerking off next to her. She won't know.
Yeah, no, I'm good. If I were gonna do that, I'd
Finish
just
on
wake her
back.
up.
Just finish on her
I'd
back.
just wake her up.
Just let her go. Just sleep in it.
Do you sleep on your back or what?
Stomach.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have my entire life. And I want to not. I want to sleep on my back, but I fucking cannot do it.
Can't fall asleep that way.
I can't fall asleep, but if I'm asleep and I end up on my back, I'm fine.
It depends. Yes, exactly. But it also depends too. If I'm sleeping with someone,
This shit is working, by
Yeah.
the way.
yeah, if I'm sleeping with someone, that's different. Like if they're laying on my chest,
Yes.
sometimes like that comfort
That's true.
can put me to sleep.
Yep. No, I can do that, but like, so for instance, if I this morning would have been a great example had I had the opportunity to sleep in, but I rolled over onto my back after my first alarm went off and slept fine for about 30 minutes. Like once I'm asleep, then wherever I end up, I'm fine.
Mhm.
But I cannot fall asleep anywhere but on my stomach with the pillow in a very specific position, my left leg out, my right leg hanging off the bed, outside of the covers. I mean, it's a very particular.
You had to find your spot.
Yep. And I have to be on a certain side of the bed so that my right foot can hang off. It's, yeah. So I either have to have my right foot hanging off or propped up. Like it can't.
See, and this is
I
why,
don't know what the
this
deal is.
This is why I don't like staying at people's houses sometimes because it's not the same.
It's not your spot.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work out.
Yeah, like when we go down to my mother-in-law's house, we sleep in a twin. A twin,
How do you both feet
okay?
mutt? What?
With him and with her dog. With two
Mm-hmm.
70-pound fucking dogs
Oh,
in a. I'm thinking of a twin. A twin is. Because a double's the size of a queen, right? A twin is this real skinny fucking tiny one.
Wait, you both fit in a twin? Because isn't the twin the smallest?
Yes, it's the one that's
Yeah, it's like
It's-
barely bigger than this chair.
almost. I mean, I thought a double was the same width as a queen. Yeah, so it's not a double. It's really fucking tiny. I mean, she and I are like shoulder to shoulder, and there's two dogs in the bed.
Why? Why doesn't she have
But
a different
here's-
size bed? Why does she have such a small bed?
Because it's upstairs in a room that literally can't fit. I mean, you have to like slide, like crawl onto the bed to get around the room. The
Oh.
room is so small. It used to be like a storage closet, and then they put fucking walls and a carpet. Now it's a bedroom,
Hmm.
and so yeah, if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
So the thing about the dogs though that pisses off my wife is that I'm the one that invites the two of them into the bed.
Oh, well, you're an asshole.
I fucking love it. I love having dogs just all over me.
No,
It's the
I'd
best.
be like, get the fuck out.
Love it.
I
If he, there are certain nights
Well,
when he'll
now-
sleep on my pillow next to me.
It depends.
Fucking love it.
Okay, is it like 68, 67 degrees? I'm cool with it.
Oh, is it cold in the room?
Yeah, if it's cold in the room, I could do it all day. But if it's hot, I'm like, get the fuck off me.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it is.
Fucking
Sometimes
sweat.
it's
I mean,
hot
I'm
in
sweating
there.
right now. It's hot up here.
Well, it's hot as fuck up here. So, but you know, that's how it goes, man. We have. Oh, you know, the thing I was thinking about doing was, which is probably not worth the investment, given that. Surprise, surprise! It sounds like we might be leaving here sooner than I thought. I found out. I was
really?
informed that probably within a year we need to be out of this house.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I'm rolling with it because it's now given me an unbelievably aggressive savings goal, and so now I've got a new target. So I'm fine with it.
Why is she deciding to move out now?
I think
For what
she wants a
reason?
bigger. I'm not sure. Bigger house, different layout. I'm not sure. I'm okay with it. I don't really give a fuck where we live. Like, as long as it's
That's
got
like-
the things I
that's
need.
like your
There's a
goddamn-
lot of shit this house doesn't have that I would like.
Like or need? Like.
I said like, not want,
Exactly.
or well, sorry, not need.
Yeah.
Things I want.
Yeah.
Luckily, I can afford the things I want, so I'm gonna fucking put them in a house.
Well, man, how about you not get a house and just save up money for your kid?
Gonna save up money to
Until-
put toward a house, and save up for his college fund, and save for retirement.
And what about your guns you want?
I'm probably not gonna buy any for a while, and I'm okay with that. Like I'll wait till I'm
I don't
50
know.
and then buy all the
I
guns.
feel like it's such an annoyance. Like buy a house, fucking, unless you need to move for a reason.
We
like-
will make a stupendous amount of money on this house. Like that's the whole reason to buy a house, man. Turn it around. It's an investment. Make money off
Or
of
you
it.
could just live in it, pay it off, and just live in it.
Yeah, once we get into a forever home, we'll build a retirement home.
Ah, see,
But it won't be until we're probably 40 that we do that. So there might be two houses from now to then.
When I buy my house, like that's maybe like, if I make more money, then I'll upgrade. That's it. Period. Like that's
I think you might change your mind once you're in there for a while.
no.
You start to look around and see some shit you'd want different.
I don't need shit. It's like what upgrade do you want? Like what do you not have that you want?
In this house?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You got a fucking pen and paper?
Well, let's
in
go.
an hour?
Let's go.
A gym would be number one on that list. A
come
media
on.
room,
Oh
a
my
workshop.
God.
What?
Uh,
Please give me your feedback on why a gym doesn't make sense for a guy who doesn't have a gym membership and does all his workouts at home.
I'm not saying. I'm just like, man, there's no need for that.
A
Like,
gym, a media room, a workshop,
You could totally build all that like in
a
the back.
legit office. Okay, let me put this into perspective for you, okay? I'm just gonna be honest and open. We live in a $300,000 house, okay? For me to expand and put onto this house what I want would cost me about $225,000. Expansions are fucking outrageously expensive. I'd have to get new permits from the city. I'd have people out here having to do all kinds of new electrical, probably having to make updates to the existing home just to get up to code because it's 30 years old. Instead, we can just buy a $500,000 fucking house that's got everything we'd ever want in it, and we know it's all done, and there's no work. We just move in. Like, there's renovations and expansions and all that kind of shit are, unless you're in a neighborhood that you can somehow project is on a huge rise, you don't make back your money for a long fucking time. Like a long time. And if I were going to do that, all it would make me want to do is sell the house because then it would be worth more money. So I'd rather
That
just
doesn't-
get into
that
a
just
house that
doesn't
has
sound
everything
like
I
a-
want.
I don't know. That just to me that doesn't seem like a need right now.
What doesn't?
All that stuff.
Okay. Well, for you,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I need all that shit.
Okay.
Like, I want to come home to a place that has that, like, there's nothing when I walk in the door that I wish was here that's not. And it's probably going to be realistically, like, our next house won't have everything I want. It might be 15 years before I get into a house that's like, I'm done. Like, it's all here, you know. Everything's here. The in-ground trampoline outside, all that kind of shit. Like, I still want it. Even if my son's grown up, I want an in-ground trampoline. I think they're fucking cool.
And they are cool, but
Yeah.
man, like some of your, I don't know.
It's
it's just a difference in
here's
styles.
here's how
Like,
my brain works. All right, I see something that I think is really cool, and I put it down on my list of objectives. So it becomes a goal of mine. What happens is, even if that's not where I end up, I have done enough work and achieved enough things to then have more flexibility to either do that thing or something else. Like, it just, all it does is motivate me to work.
yeah.
All these things, we may move into a house that looks just like this, but if we do it and we've got all this extra money in the bank, fucking great. And if we don't have that money in the bank because we spent it on the house, then I still win. Like,
yeah. No.
it's just
I
making
get it.
me
It's
want
just-
to work
it's just-
harder.
That's just to me. It's like that's just not. That's
Right.
just not my deal. It's like,
I know.
don't see
I
the
get
point.
that.
Like it's like,
yeah. You want to be able to entertain yourself and, like, just feel not worried about your bills, you know. And I want to be able to wake up on a
No, that's what I'm
Monday.
saying. I could say I could be Bill fucking Gates, and I would live in like $250,000 home.
Right. Yeah, you just don't. You're not.
I'm not a stuff.
I'm
guy.
pretty materialistic. I'll just.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it is. Like,
Yeah.
I like nice shit.
Yeah, that's just the difference. Is like I don't give a shit.
I'm not.
Like I like nice stuff, but I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Like I'm like I
Yeah. So okay.
like I didn't
So
like
for
I
instance,
didn't get a new vehicle until mine was like just done.
I had a new goal presented to me today
Mm-hmm.
at the liquor store. There was a $1,500 bottle of scotch at the liquor store, and I was like, I'm gonna come back in 5 years and buy that bottle.
We can go right now and buy that bottle.
Okay, but that'd be fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So
It would be.
you know, I was like, but 5 years from now, the $180 I spent today, that'll be $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to keep working toward that being the case. And so
Gotcha.
when I see shit like that, it's just like, all right, that's the next, you know, that's on the list now.
That's just so weird that we're friends and we're totally opposite on things, some things like that.
Opposites attract, man.
Yeah.
My wife and I are different in most ways.
Yeah.
So
Because like I am totally never that guy. Like if like it's nice to have some of the stuff. I still like I go to my parents' house and they have my dad has the workshop, the media room, the
Yep.
pool, and everything.
their house is
and I'm
beautiful.
Like, I was like, this is nice, but like I don't need this shit. Like
Yeah. Well, that's okay. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you might want to build a $10,000 computer someday, and that's your deal. You know. I
Nah,
mean,
even then.
well, but I mean, you've got those things that like it'd be nice to be able to do on your, you know, the things that you'd be interested in being able to do. So, I mean, for me, it's, you know, live in a really comfortable house, not have to take care of it. That's my other big goal. Is like
See, maybe
I
because-
want to live in a house where I've got people doing everything for me. And
See,
I'm not
and-
talking about servants, but like I don't want to do my own fucking yard work.
Yeah, no, I
I
understand.
fucking hate it.
I want to be. See, that's why maybe like my goal is maybe to even like not to have more stuff. It's just to not work. Like,
Well,
like
yeah.
I've always said that it's like I want to just retire. That's why I work as hard as I do is to keep getting promotions, keep moving up, and just get to the point where I'm like, all right, save the money now. I'm done. See you later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and bait till I die.
Yeah, I think the
Peanut
problem
butter on my penis.
the problem for me is about every 18 months that number for me for retirement goes up.
The age or the
'Cause I-
amount?
The amount, oh no, the age is the same. It's 55 at all times, but which that's gonna take a lot of work. It's when I start thinking about the things I want to be able to do when I retire, one, and then how long I might live after retirement, like shit starts to add up.
Yeah.
But
And see,
realistically,
maybe that's the
if you don't have
difference too, is,
if you
like,
don't
I
have any
wanna
car
do anything.
payments or and your house is paid off when you retire, you can get by like on just expenses. You might need 30 grand a year, and that's if you're doing quite a bit of shit. Very modestly, you know, some people who are retired might spend like 12 to 15K a year. I mean, they buy groceries, gas, they go to a movie, you know, they pay their fucking utilities. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But like we want to travel, and you know, so just got to kind of do the math. We're actually going to sit down with a financial planner soon and kind of start running through what all that's going to look like, because we had on our joint spending and on my personal side, we had like a 4-week period where an amount of money I'm not comfortable talking about was just gone. I mean, just shit that we bought.
Oh, really?
I spent money on her birthday. I got this trip to Vegas. We bought a bunch of shit for the house.
See,
like,
there's things like that. Like I would have gone
yeah.
like,
yeah, but I'm gonna have a fucking blast in Vegas.
oh no, that's fine. And see, that's the difference. I don't care about experiences. I'm just like, I'm good. My life has been I have no complaints. If I was to die right now, I would die going, you know what? It was a good life.
It's been a good ride.
Anything I wanted.
You're all fucked.
Okay, maybe I would have some
Fuck
regrets
the
because I would like
Mayweathers.
some travel. I would like to go to Greece,
wanna go to
Rome,
Chichen Itza.
Ireland, UK. I'd like to do that. That would be my only regret. Is I would like to go
about
see
40 grand worth of
someplace-
trips.
Well, and now that's if I do it in one trip.
Let me get some more ice here.
If I do it in one trip,
Oh yeah, no, it's not too bad.
yeah. If I
Depends on
just
how long you're there.
a month off,
A month?
maybe 2.
Yeah, I'll just say no more.
It depends. It depends on where I got. Let's see, if I start in Ireland, spend about a week or 2 driving around the country, seeing a few things. Back the fuck up, bitch. Yeah, so back up,
poured that before I put ice in it, by
back up.
Very amateur hour of me. So,
Can I get a cube
these
as
are
well?
Spears, sir.
No, and a cube. So just my mouth.
Oh, okay.
This one. I really wanted a piece of ice. So, yeah. If I about a week or 2 maybe driving the countryside.
Hey,
Hop on over to England.
fuck off, dog.
Check out that place for about a week or so.
So we're going to San
Hop
Francisco
on a train. Maybe go to France.
in April of next year for our 5-year
What we
anniversary.
doing? Which one?
You can pick whichever one you want.
Okay.
I mean-
I probably want to finish that first.
Okay. I think this I went a little aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive,
Holy
dude.
shit.
So,
Oh man.
yeah.
So we're going to San Francisco next April for our 5-year. I know where I'm going for our 10-year, and we agreed on our how old will we be? 26, 46. We agreed on our 20-year, I believe, either 15 or 20. So next year, San Francisco, minimum 7 days. I'm shooting for 10. I think it'll actually probably be 7 days. So we'll shoot up to Napa, do a couple things, you know, kind of maybe go to the valley or go up into the Redwoods or something like that. Then 10-year, I'm taking her to New York City, which is a city we both love, and it's where her rings, her 2 wedding bands and her engagement ring were made.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get her, like, upgrade her jewelry, basically. Go back to that place, spend at least 10 days there in New York. New York City's fucking incredible.
So maybe if I was married.
And
I'd
then
have to make amends, but
it's either our 15 or 20. I think we talked about for our 20 going to Wimbledon. I've Wimbledon has been a bucket list thing for me for so long, and it has been for her. And it is like the trip to San Francisco, the trip to New York, and the jewelry, all still less than Wimbledon. I mean, it's fucking expensive. So that one's going to be a very long term. Like kids might be out of the house by then. Type of. Let's go spend a month in England
not the way
and
the
2 weeks at
economy
Wimbledon.
is, like, trending. It's harder and harder to get, getting older. Like 20 years, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's harder and harder to get out of the house. Like, get out of the house when you're younger. Right at, like, 18.
Oh, I was like,
Your kids.
I thought you were talking about like our jobs or something. I was like,
No,
where are you
your-
going with this?
No, your kids. Man, are
yes,
you
yes,
drunk?
yes. I mean, I'm
Jesus.
on my way. After this, I'm gonna be shit house. This is like 8 fingers.
That's a lot.
It's actually 3, but it's 3 in a non-standard glass. If this were a normal rocks glass, it'd be about 5 fingers. So, I'm like, I wasn't talking about like the kid has to. You know what I'm saying? It'll be when he's 18, 20 years old.
Yeah.
So, no, but if he wants to fucking like live in our guest house while he goes to college, that's fine. He's not gonna live in the big house.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Dick.
No, I mean, so now I have no way to say which way this is going to go because the way I did it was purely by choice. Like, if I had elected to do what you did, my dad would have fully supported it.
Mm-hmm.
He would have let me live with him. He would have.
Because you weren't just.
I wasn't just
fucking
fucking around. Yeah, I was going to school. I worked 2 jobs actually. My freshman year of college.
Yep.
You know, I was always a hard worker, all that kind of stuff. And he told me, he's like, listen, if you want to come, the plan actually was, oddly enough, so the plan was I was going to live at home because I was only about 25 minutes from TCU. And I went for orientation about, I'm going to say like, for sure less than 2 weeks before school started.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went late because I do everything fucking
last
late.
minute,
Yeah, so I get there, we go through the orientation. I of course find out where the gym is. I'm walking around like Chris Farley. You know where the gym is? We'll find it. So we wrap up orientation. I go grab a workout, and they're like, meet us back, such and such place later this evening or whatever for some kind of dinner. And so I'm walking out of the rec center, which at that point on TCU's campus it's still close to the center of campus, but it was like almost like a straight line. Now there's a bunch of buildings in the way where you can't really see anything on that campus, but you can almost see the old student union from the rec center. I walk out and I hear this loud ass music, and I hear just like faint hints of ring, ding, 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 ring, ding, ding, and I'm like, well, I fucking know what that sound is. What is happening here? I start running around the corner, and sure enough, man, as soon as I turn the corner, see these 2 fucking BMX, not BMX, motocross dudes going up a ramp, doing backflips across each other. This was a pep rally to start the school year at TCU. Was fucking Bowling for Soup was in concert, and then they had these pro motocross like stunt guys
Doing tricks
out there
and
doing
shit.
tricks and shit in the middle of campus. I called my dad immediately. I was like, hey, I need to live on campus. And he was like, okay, sure. Only $11,000 a year to live on campus at TCU at that time. And so, I chose to have that experience, and I will never, it put me in some debt, when I was younger, and it's fucking sucked to get out of, but I still don't regret it one bit. It was truly one of the absolute best years of my life. I mean, it was an amazing experience to live on that campus.
I
Especially
bet it
because
was
that was the
amazing.
year that we beat OU. And then, we actually would have gone undefeated. The only fucking game we lost was to SMU that year, that was their only win. That was the year we beat OU for the first time, forever, and they were, number 2 or 3 in the country. Defense was incredible. Yeah, that was kind of the year that TCU's football program hit, kind of took off.
That's what started them on their way to the
Yeah.
Big 12.
So yeah, that whole year was absolutely, definitely worth $11,000, which actually with interest and late payments and shit was like $18,000. It was worth it.
I bet it was fun.
Oh, dude, it was so great, man. What a cool place to fucking stay.
Like I can only imagine it. Like
It was so
you
unique.
had to leave. You had to leave, go to class, and you go wherever you want. Like you went.
Well, and
The
what
dorm,
was
like-
so
I feel like that's like going to a camp. Like just like.
what was totally different about the experience for myself and about I'm gonna bet there were probably 200 other people in the building. I lived in the only dorm on campus, and it may not even be the case now. I bet it's not, given the fucking nature of how colleges are now. We were the only co-ed dorm on campus.
Mm-hmm.
So it was guys and girls all in the dorm. Which, when you hear that, sounds like, oh, we all got to fuck. But it wasn't, well, there was that. I mean, there was a lot of fucking. But it was such a cool experience to live with both groups of people
Mm-hmm.
and be friends with them and, like, get to see what they were going through and all that.
Yeah,
Because
hang out in the same area.
it was just a totally
together.
different environment than, like, 100 girls living in the same building, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the common areas were a different vibe. And so it was really fucking neat, man. I mean,
Yeah, I can only imagine if you're living in a dorm with all dudes. It's like, shit probably gets kind of crazy and disgusting.
and probably old. Like, I had a lot of frats ask me to rush and shit, and I was like, fuck you people. Think I want to hang out with you jerk-offs every day and arm wrestle and shit? Butter up each other's nipples or whatever the fuck y'all are doing at night?
I don't know, butter nipple sounds fun.
Yeah. No, I had this
I don't know,
one...
I wish I didn't. I wish I had gone to university and actually not worked and and focused on school.
Well, I worked everywhere I went. I mean, all the universities I went to, I was working full-time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish I hadn't. I wish I just enjoyed the college experience. Like, just
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
it.
but it's not like you had... I mean, I for sure didn't have a choice. I don't think you did. Because that's how you paid for your school.
Yeah, that's how I paid for school. Exactly.
Yeah. So why do you wish you...
Why not? Why? I think I would have done better.
Hmm.
If school was the only thing I had to worry about, where I wasn't having to work, I would have enjoyed school. I would have gone to school. Like, I would have stayed in school and finished.
You know,
I'd probably be in a lot different situation now if that was the case. But you know, it is what it is.
I mean, that's something I think about a lot because I really, and this probably has a lot to do with the fact of like kind of where I started and where I ended up and all that. I really think, well, it kind of, you could say it all starts with the education system in general, but I really think that 18 is too young to go to college. I know for sure I was not ready to go to college, but
Well,
so you can look at it two ways.
yeah.
You can say, well, you need to go out, get thrown into the fire, learn how to work hard, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's great. Yeah, I agree with that. Depending on the circumstances, though, like if you had told me when I was 18, I need to get thrown into the fire and learn from experience, the place for me to go do that would have been in the fitness industry because that's what I was passionate about,
Mhm.
right? I wasn't passionate about fucking
Yeah, but you
macroeconomics.
But you never know what you're gonna do at that age. Like, very few people like,
You don't, but you don't even get a chance to decide. Is my point? Like these kids, they get shoved into this system where it's like you absolutely have to do this
Well,
or you're a fucking
you
failure.
Start like this. You start like this, regimented. And then you turn 18 and it's like
Do whatever you
the
want.
fuck you want.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Which is what fucked me when I got to TCU with an academic scholarship and was like, nobody's making sure I'm doing my homework.
yeah.
Well, then I'm not doing it.
I'm just gonna work out and eat Chipotle all the time.
Exactly. I mean, that's all I did. I worked out 3 times a day. I skipped class. I fucking played PS2 back in the day. So, and it's not that I didn't have work ethic. I just didn't give a fuck about school.
Yeah,
that was
'cause
the
you,
thing.
You were just given this.
I was becoming
freedom.
an amazing bodybuilder, but I'm a terrible student.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to like let kids pick a path based on what they like because I feel like their options are so limited if they want to do that. Like how can an 18-year-old kid who's really into fashion skip college and go work at a firm in NYC as an intern? How the fuck is he going to pay to live in that city while he's interning at the place? Like he can't. He has no other choice but to get some full-time job that he hates, waiting tables or whatever that is, or go to school and tough it out and wait 4 years while some other person takes his fucking job. So
or you could be one of the few who looks into some stuff, knows some people, and gets some internships and things like that. But
yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I would have loved if somebody had had a realistic chat with me of like, look, this is what you love, this is what you're good at. Go fucking do that.
See, I think that's why the American high school system sucks.
Well, all they want to
don't
do is
prepare
get you in and out, man.
Yeah.
And then they want to get their fucking tax money. And it's such a motherfucker too, because you and I grew up with some truly great teachers.
Mm-hmm.
People that really cared about the kids, and they got fucked over by the system because they had this whole standardized test system put on their plate where their jobs literally depended on how we did on these bullshit tests. When's the last time you used something that was on the fucking tax test? I mean,
I use the Pythagorean theorem quite a bit.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't on there. Like,
Could have been in the math portion.
maybe that whole test, it was definitely on the SATs, but that whole, like, our standardized tests in Texas
I don't
were
even remember
full
what I
of
don't even
shit.
remember what was on the tax test. So.
But they got shoved into this like narrow curriculum where they couldn't let their
Dude.
kids like learn and explore. And
I'm wondering what they're teaching now. Some of the people
can't
I
even
work
imagine.
with, I'm like, some of the younger guys that are coming in working at our place, and I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not know shit about math? Like, the industry you're trying to get into and you don't know math sometimes? Some of the people I work with, I'm just like, you are just dumb as a fucking bag of rocks. Like, why are you here? Some of them I'm like, hey, no, this guy's not working out. I got a guy that sits behind me, doesn't know a goddamn thing. And he's like, he just, and he's not like
talking about you, John.
But
Yeah.
he's not intentionally doing shit wrong, but like he doesn't know any of the work, like what to do, and he's just decided on his own. Like we have morning touch meetings,
Yeah.
and we've had them all year, and he's a temp. And at one point, I guess he decided he just didn't need to go anymore on his own because because I told you we just changed stuff up this week.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you're not supposed to be doing it that way. You're supposed to be doing this. It's like, I didn't know that. I was like, they brought it up in the morning meeting. It's like, I haven't been going to those. It's like, dude, you were just digging your own grave right now. Like, just deciding to not go to meetings that we all go to. Like, there's a reason for them. Yes, maybe not every morning. They're cutting them back now to twice a week. But it's like, you're a temp. Why the fuck are you just not? Why did you just decide on your own?
There's like this entitlement with, and I don't want to call out every young person because there are some young people out there putting in work.
Yeah, well,
But-
he's worried about his job. He's like, oh no, like Tim, I was like,
Well, maybe you should man the fuck up and do some real work around there.
Maybe he shouldn't have done that beforehand. I was like, yeah, you're not gonna make it, dude. Like that's like you can't just decide you're not gonna go to a meeting. Like, I don't want to go there, but I went every fucking one. There was no reason for me to go. I knew more than everyone in that goddamn meeting. Like, I didn't know. I knew what they were going to talk about. I told them what to talk about at the meeting. I was like, hey, you need to bring this up. People are doing this. You need to bring this up. Like, I didn't, but I went to every single one of the meetings. And he's a temp, and he didn't go. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? He's over on the phone making personal calls and shit. Like, I'm like, if you have like a personal, like if you need to make a personal call, step away, like go, like, and maybe something's I don't know what's going on. Like maybe something happened. Maybe he has to take care of some shit. I don't know. But you're at your desk just on the phone, which I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds like you're just chatting. So that's a bad sign, dude. Like step away, make your personal call because that's more professional. Like
Yeah.
people know you're not just hanging out. Like you just. Obviously, there's something you need to talk about because you stepped away. I was like, dude, you're working yourself out of a job right now.
That's tough, man. Before you started at the AV company, I was there for quite a while, and if she steps on those fucking cords, I'm gonna kill her. There was probably a period of about a year where I spent way too much time on my phone, like texting, taking personal calls, and I finally, one guy just had to sit down and like have a heart to heart with me about it and was like, look, dude, it's really, not only is it unprofessional and you're wasting the company's money, but it's really disrespectful to the people around you that are fucking working.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, people are working and watching you do nothing.
Yeah.
And which is not the kind of guy I am. I just wasn't I just didn't have the
You weren't aware
awareness
of what's
to
going
think
on.
about, all right, what is the impact of what I'm doing? What does it have, what does it mean to other people? Like, it took me a long time to start to think about that in everything I do. Of like, all right, when I do this, or I say this, or I choose to do this thing over that thing, what does that mean for the people around me who are, working with me on this deal or whatever? So, and I don't think there's any way you can figure that out without making those fucking mistakes, unfortunately. You just have to own up to them as a thing. Like, say, hey, sorry, man, I fucked up. I'll continue to work on it, and it.
Yeah.
I got to the point where I was never on my phone, and I would start, coming to people who were doing the same shit I was doing 10 years ago and going, look, hey, here's the deal. Here's what happens when you do this, this, and this. It demotivates the crew, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
So
and people look down on you for that. You're like, what are you doing, man? We're
yeah.
here. We're all
Then they don't
working.
want you on the job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I know you've called or texted me plenty of times at work, and I don't respond because I'm not paying attention to my phone. Like, it's on silent. It's usually not
Well,
near me.
I'm totally different because I have a lot of customers text me,
that's-
so I'm on my phone all day.
That's different. That's different.
Right.
That's
yeah,
part of your
your
job.
role is you're locked into what
This
you're
is
doing.
this is not my job. That's why this is the way. My job is what's in front of me on my computer right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of times where you're like, "Hey, man, are we still on?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sorry. I'm not paying attention. Sorry. I'm doing other shit. Like, you happened to catch me when I was going to take a piss, and I looked at my phone.
Right.
So that's the only time.
I'm starting to figure out that if I text you around lunchtime, I'll get an answer.
You'll get a text closer to lunch because that's whenever I'm on my phone. You can
Right.
text me like in the mornings, right around 8:39 maybe. So I'm taking a shit.
I think every morning
So you can
about
text me.
8:45, I'm gonna send you a picture of my balls
I'll send right back. But you'll see
dripping
me
down on the
toilet.
water.
So, but yeah, that's the things. Yeah, you catch me at certain moments, especially now this week. Holy shit, I don't no words. Fucking busy.
Yeah.
Every fucking morning, finally get settled and it's like, oh hey, it's not lunchtime. I'm running around fucking.
Dude, I have
crazy.
days like that up here where I'll be sitting in that fucking desk and I'll sit down at 11 and at 4:30 I'll look up and be like, oh, I was supposed to eat 4 hours ago. Like,
Oh, I don't do that.
shit.
I gotta eat.
I-
Well, no, I actually had to eat. I also had to go eat because we have meetings at 1, starting at 1. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get this shit done. I gotta get all this stuff done. Now, right now, I gotta go to lunch. Like, I have to go now at noon. I usually, before now, I would go to lunch at like whenever. And usually it was later because I was like, whenever I lock in on something I don't eat, I'm just like, I'm working. Eventually, I'm like, oh, it's now 2:30. Let's go take that break and go eat lunch now.
Yeah.
Now I can't. Now I have to go at 12 because I have a meeting at 1, so I have to be right back. And it fucking sucks. Hate that. It's thrown me off.
Yeah.
I want to go to lunch whenever I want to.
I
Can't.
So I can tell you, one of the things that
You were really starting to piss me off, little girl. Go lay down. Lay
I
down.
think it was one of my main sales coaches was talking about this the other day. He was like,
Come here. Lay down. Come on.
he mentioned, what's one of the number one things that motivates, what's one of the main reasons that a salesperson has the job that they have? Like, what's one of the most attractive things
Money.
to me about my job?
Money. Sit.
That would be almost everybody's immediate answer, right? Yeah, there's money. However, it would shock you to learn how many sales jobs there are that really don't pay well and that people don't make a good living. Now, it's those people's fault because you get paid on what you sell. So a lot of times they don't get paid because they're not fucking selling anything, and that's fine. But he was like, you're all wrong, basically. It's freedom. He was like, think about how your day goes. Like today, for instance, was a Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I woke up this morning, I fed my son, I answered some emails, I made a phone call, we took him to the doctor. I was out of pocket for 2 hours, and it didn't, I missed some emails and shit, but like, it didn't kill my business. I could just go take 2 hours, do family shit, and then come back and lock in and do work, and then, like, I cut out at like 3 o'clock, because my day was pretty much done. Most of my customers were on vacation. Everything was handled for the day. He was like, it's freedom. If you want to go see customers from 8 to noon and then go play a round of golf, you can do that. He was like, however, if while you're playing that round of golf, your competition is out fucking calling on customers, probably not good for you. So he's like, you've got freedom, but you have to not
Manage.
take advantage of it.
Yeah.
He's like, you need to understand that you need to not assume the freedom is there from the beginning. It's like you got to earn that freedom. You need to do enough and earn enough and get enough business going, repeat business, all those kinds of things to where, like, if you want to fuck off on a Friday afternoon, that's fine, but money's still rolling in.
Mhm.
So he had a really good kind of point about that. He's like, yeah, freedom is amazing. Like, I make my own I literally make my own schedule.
Yeah.
People are like, hey, what are you doing next week? I'm like,
Oh,
I got a couple appointments. I'm going to make some calls. I literally sit down on a Sunday and I start making my, outside of appointments, I make the rest of my schedule for the week. Nobody else is in charge. Not even my boss. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, here's the money coming in. Here's the money going out. I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
Not worried about it.
Yeah, as long as you make
Yeah,
your money. I don't give a
exactly.
shit.
Now, if I have a month where I fall off by 500%, he's going to be like, hey, what'd you do last month? What'd your calendar
Played
look like?
some golf, played some video games, played some PS2,
Yeah,
went to the gym.
exactly. Yeah, which in my position is so tempting to do. Like, I could fuck off all day and nobody would know.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens if I do that for a week? And then if I do that 3 days a week for a month?
Then you lost some business.
Oh, I've lost a lot of money. So, and that affects my family, and so it's a really interesting position to be in where, like, it's only on you. There's nobody, like, you rely on people to help you, but really it just comes down to you doing the fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be willing to sit down and spend 2 hours calling people you've never talked to and convince them that it's worth spending 15 minutes talking to you. Like, you have the balls to do that? No? Well, for 2 hours you need to, and then you can cry when you hang up the phone. It's fine. Nobody's going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating fucking position to be in. That's why I decided to get into this field, was because I was like, I need something to terrify me. I need to be challenged to a point, because I had an opportunity to go back into AV at a job as an estimator, which literally was, we bring in the job, you build the system, and then you send it out for quotes. Like, that would be so perfect. I could do that all day.
Mm-hmm.
But how fucking bored would I be?
Yeah,
I'd want to kill
and
myself.
You had to be there from 9 to 5.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I'd have, like, people coming up and asking me, like, hey, did you get my shit taken care of? Like, my personality style doesn't, I'm the guy calling asking if you got my shit taken care of. Like, it doesn't work with my personality.
Honestly, that's why I worked up to where I am. Because now I literally do that. I walk over and go, did you get that taken care of?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I need these. Or, hey, send me
I need
the
those TPS reports right now.
You send me the information. You don't email them. You email me. You go through me, not them.
I know.
I had to do that. I was like, no.
So many people in my company have learned to this point, they don't even ask anymore. When I have a quote going out for a customer, they send it to me, and then I send it to the customer, because I had to work through that for so long. I'm like, every email, send it to me, and I'll forward it. Like, I want all that shit. I want my name on all of it, because I want to be responsible for it, good or bad. Like, it's me.
Mhm.
I'm taking the ownership of this. Plus, if there's a mistake, I want to fucking see it before it goes out.
Mhm.
That's the real piece I want to get
Yeah.
my eyes on, is if you made a little mistake here, and and it's not that,
And
like,
see, well,
my
no,
people make mistakes because they're dumb. I've got guys who are putting out over 100 quotes a day, and so they might make a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, man. Like, there's so much coming through their fucking desk. They're just trying to turn it around. Like, hey, let me put a second set of eyes on it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. With all the stuff, I'm not even responsible for looking at the drawings before they go out. I'm looking at them. I looked at it and I was go, hey guys, that looks like shit. You need to redo that. That doesn't look good. You're missing some stuff. Like,
Yeah.
It's annoying. Why can't they just do shit the right first time?
I have no idea why this just popped into my head. There's a trailer I saw today. I watch all my movie trailers while I'm taking a shit.
Yeah. Me too.
For a new movie called Jigsaw.
Yep. The new, yeah.
Did you see it?
Saw it this morning too while I was taking shit.
I hope we were watching it at the same time.
What time?
Well, I took 2 shits today because I had beer
Okay.
last night for the
Alright.
first time in 6 months, so my stomach was all fucked up. That was probably 7:45, 8
I
o'clock.
beat you.
Oh, okay.
6:05.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, it was after I fed my.
It is my
son.
morning. It was like as soon as I wake up, deucing it.
Wow, I gotta have some water and some coffee first. Get the,
I lit-
get the pump.
I
primed.
literally wake up. I'm like, fine, it's time to get out of bed. Phone, light on, shit.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Yeah, so
but
I'm
told
not gonna
you,
ly. The movie
I mean, it's weird
actually
that we're
looks
everybody talking about my
interesting.
bowel movements, but I told you I take like anywhere between 2 and 4 a day.
I feel like that's too many. I'm not a doctor, but I kind of feel like that's a lot.
And I think that's average.
No, I'm pretty sure 1 a day is average.
That sounds like
Are
not
you-
enough.
please tell me you're about to Google average shits per day.
Yep, I am.
I bet you can Google it that way and it'll tell you.
Well, I was gonna say shit, but I was gonna say average poop.
Brain gotta poop.
I'm.
Anyways, so that movie
Oh, hold on.
looks interesting, and I think I might have to actually check it out.
Let's see. Let's find. I want to find it like a legit medical daily. Is that maybe could that be a legit site? Maybe.
It sounds like it could,
Mm-hmm.
in some universe, be. Sure.
Okay.
It's not Medical Nightly, so
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Blah blah blah. Trying to get through this shit and find out just.
see,
like-
this is what I'm saying about Google. Why can't it just tell you
Well, there was
the
something.
average person poops
There was,
X
but it
amount
was
of times
from,
per day?
But it's from greatest.com. I don't know.
I don't know
if
what that is.
Exactly. I don't know if I want to trust it. That said, the normal span ranges 3 times a day to once every 3 days, meaning the average person poops approximately once a day.
Once a day. Yeah.
But spans
Like a normal person.
3 times a day. It's the average because of some people only poop once every 3 days.
Some people only poop like once a week.
What?
Fuck that.
No, I take anywhere between 2 to 4 shits a day.
God damn. I don't even understand. I don't have time for that. Because mine take like 20 minutes. That's an hour. An hour to an hour and 20 a day on the toilet?
Well, they're not always
That's
like.
a lot of
But remember,
Conor McGregor videos.
I told you I don't take like giant ones every time.
Oh, see, mine's usually just one like life-changing shit, and then
No.
my day is on its way.
No, just a little bit, just a little bit. And then I go about my day, and then usually again rolling around 10 o'clock or so, 9, 10, something. I'm like, hey, you know what? I need to, depending on how busy I am, I'm like, if I'm not really busy, I'm like, you know what? I can go for that shit. I can go to the bathroom.
Wow.
And then again, sometimes again, like today was only twice.
See, mine is like when it's happening, it's got to happen within the next 30 seconds,
Oh no,
but then it won't happen until tomorrow.
no, mine's
So-
not like that.
It's very odd for me.
No, mine's not like very rarely am I like, oh,
Yeah.
I got shit right now. Oh, shit.
Yeah, mine's like, oh, I need to fart. Nope. Wrong.
No,
Like,
mine's like,
might need to shower now.
you know what? I can do this right now. I think so.
Huh.
No, you know, let's wait a few minutes. Let's get some more work done.
I wonder what it is like about. I mean, obviously we understand what's.
Honestly, if I was like back in the day when we were working together though in the vid industry, yeah, it's less because I'm moving. But
Dude,
sitting at a desk.
Okay, so when we had that job, no bullshit, I would maybe go. So here's what would happen, right? We would we typically would work a Tuesday to Saturday, because the event industry, Saturday's the
On
big day of the
weekends,
week,
yeah.
right? Sunday's not a big day, so my normal work schedule was Tuesday to Saturday, although it was usually way more than that. But I would literally not take a shit from Tuesday until Sunday morning, and then Sunday I would take a week-long shit because I was so fucking stressed out the whole week. My body would just shut down that function. Like
we don't have time for poops.
Nope. It was literally like I wouldn't even have the time to think about it, so it just wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
And
That was different.
I
See?
got
Sitting at a
to the
desk
point in
all-
that job where I had ulcers at one point. I was so stressed out, I would have these like just burning, shooting fucking pains in my stomach. Oh my god, it was.
I wonder
But
how many
I
times.
really, I would go a week almost, 5 days basically without taking a shit, and then the whole week would hit me. So I'd be on the toilet for like 40 minutes, and then Tuesday start back up with fucking shutdown, plant shutdown again. You know,
I wonder how many times I've had issues with my body and I've just ignored the pain.
all the time.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
like,
we. That's what most of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Like, I didn't know that I was starting to develop carpal tunnel for the longest time until suddenly one day I was like, oh, what the fuck? I can't do anything.
yeah,
It's gotten better because I haven't had time to play video games when I go home.
it's not video games that are doing it though.
Mhm. Oh, computer games.
Oh, computer games. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
I forget you're a computer gamer.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forget that.
Oh, both. I do both.
Yeah.
But it's gotten better because I haven't had time. Too busy. I come home. I literally come home, cook something to eat, and then lay down.
Are there
in
a
bed.
lot of guys who play computer games, or are there any controller options?
You can plug your PlayStation 4 controller right into the computer.
Okay. I'm almost thinking, you remember how, oh, what is it called? The PlayStation Move.
Mm-hmm.
It had a left controller that was just a joystick. If you could have like a configuration like that for computer gaming where it's just two little paddles, like handles.
That stuff is not as nearly as quick or responsive as a mouse and keyboard.
But the fucking, what, WSDA, I guess it is?
Mhm.
That seems, I see, because I'm not a computer gamer, that seems really hard.
Because
For
you're,
me
you're only using
You're really
W
only
and S
using,
to
yeah,
forward it back.
because DNA don't move. So
Well,
W and S.
some of them do, but like really, if you're really trying to be fast on things, you're moving with the mouse, and you're just like forward and just round.
Okay. So a lot of the guys aren't using D and A.
To turn side to side. Most
Well,
of that's,
but
sometimes
they would
depending on-
strafe. They would still strafe with DNA.
Sometimes if it is
Okay.
set that way, other times it's Q and what's the other one next to Q?
R. Let's
No.
see. W. Q R T. Yeah, it's R.
Is it R?
QWERTY. Q. Oh, it's E. Sorry. W
Okay,
E.
then-
QWERTY. Obviously. QUERTY.
Yeah.
Yeah. QWERTY.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's an E.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so then you'd have just SWQE. Okay.
And how often are you using S? It's really just like QWE.
Yeah. Well, I guess that would be easier on your finger. Like doing this is harder than doing that, and then moving that middle finger down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That all seems just weird to me. I like controllers,
So do I.
directional buttons, and shit like
But
that.
it really depends on the game.
Yeah.
Really, you can't play Age of Empires with the controller. Like, it's better if you have a mouse and some number pads and shit.
That game's really easy to play with a mouse and a control key. I mean, or just with a mouse, because you can right click and left click.
Yeah, but you're so much faster if you know hotkeys and shortcuts.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, like being able to jump at spots on the map,
Like-
grab certain groups.
Like
Yeah.
today at work, a guy goes, "Holy shit, you were fast at the stuff I was doing." It was like, dude, it's all about hotkeys, man.
Yep.
You gotta know the keys. And so I was just like, and he's like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, it's not that hard. I've been doing this a lot longer than you."
Yeah.
So that's why I knew what I was doing.
It's hard to put into
It's
words
fucking hot.
how much
Yes.
the dual analog control system like revolutionized gaming as far as console gaming, being able to move and look with a different pad,
Mm-hmm.
because it used to literally just be a fixed camera view.
Mm-hmm.
So like now in games, the fact that you can run forward but you can rotate the camera and look behind you, and so if you were doing that, you'd be running forward, rotate the camera, and then you'd be holding down to run quote unquote forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like that change alone has made games so much more interesting
Yeah.
and like more dynamic.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Max
I was
Payne
think-
was the first game to do
I
that.
was thinking about it the other day. The Nintendo 64 controller was a shit controller configuration.
It was fucking horrible.
Like,
Dude, you held one hand here, the other hand was right next to it. You couldn't get to the D-pad at all.
no. If you,
You couldn't touch the fucking
you had to
D-pad.
let go and go grab that side to go do
and
that.
Z did so much, you never wanted to let go to the middle, and then your whole directional control was with your left thumb. Yeah, it was one of the worst controller layouts of
Yeah.
all time. Sega Dreamcast nailed it, and then everybody kind of copied and modified that design.
And then if you played Mario Party, fucking palms are done. Just, fuck, I got blisters now.
Yeah. I used to play this game on, pretty sure it was on PlayStation 2. I can't remember the name of it, but it was an Olympics game. And all I would do is a 100-meter dash because I was a 100-meter sprinter. And it was literally just X and circle as fast as you could. So I'd put my fucking shirt, like I'd put my fingers together under my shirt and just literally just go back and forth like,
just run across it?
and I'd run like 9 ones in the 100. I mean, and I've got really fast fingers too.
Fingers, yeah.
So I could just beat on that fucking thing.
Yeah,
I've
there's
got,
certain games where you're
I've
like,
got
you're,
I've got fast fingers, and I claim that it's because of playing video games.
Yeah, you also learn that it's like you're holding the control, and then you're like, oh, it's fast finger time, and you switch to the hand configuration.
Yep.
You're like, oh, it's time to go with the fingers.
Yeah. I'll still do shit where I'm playing like Metal Gear Solid or something, and I'll be like driving, and I'll just let the car float, and I'll go through like different selection stuff with the D-pad. I won't move my left hand, but I'll do stuff with like move across the controller with my right hand and then go back. I love learning all that kind of little nuanced shit. I want to see like how a programmer gets down.
No,
on some
most of
that
them
stuff.
keep normal hand configurations. There's a few of them back in the day.
T squared.
Yeah. No, I don't think he did this. He may have. I don't remember. But they would do for Halo game. Halo back in the day when that was like the only sport. They called it the claw, where they would, instead of holding where you're using the triggers down here and then reaching up for the bumpers, they would put their hands on the bumpers and these were the triggers.
I could never do that.
And they were clawing it so they never had to take their hands off any buttons. Like they had all the buttons there.
I've tried that so many times, like because I'm a PlayStation guy. I've tried to play so many games using my index and middle finger for R1L1, R2R2, or R2L2, and I can't do it.
It just feels weird.
It's so what
But
I
you would
do,
have to get used to it. You'd have to.
but
train
I can do it. This is really weird because I'm right-handed. On my left hand, I can do L1 and L2 separate, but on my right, I can only use my index finger to do both. I don't get how my body.
I think it's because it's your dominant hand. Dominant hand's hard to do new stuff with.
That's true.
I find it easier to do different things with my right hand.
Because it's never done it before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not used to it. The muscles aren't grouped up to where I'm like, okay, like see that feels weird trying to.
Yeah.
What the fuck am I doing?
So like when I play driving games, I
I can totally do that right now.
if it's gas for let's say Gran Turismo 6, it's
Right.
I'll use R2 and L2 for gas and brake, and then L1 is I can't downshift, but I'll downshift with my index finger on L1, but I can't upshift. Like I can't use my middle finger for the gas and my index finger on my right hand for the upshift. It's my index finger for gas, and then I upshift. I have to move it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very strange.
That's weird.
Yeah,
It's
or
your
shooting
dominant hand.
games where R2 is shoot and R1 does something else. I'm always bouncing back and forth, like Metal Gear Solid has that.
It's hard to do that with your dominant hand sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to train yourself out of that.
Yeah, maybe I just need to play like 5 hours a day of video games.
I was thinking about this morning how
Just waste all my time.
like my eyebrows. Like some people can do both.
Yep,
I
I
can't.
can only
Hey,
raise my
Only
right
raise
one,
side.
but I can't get my left one to do a fucking thing. I just look like I'm having cerebral palsy.
Yeah, I was trying to do it this morning because I was.
I don't know how to. Yeah.
I was watching. What's that fucking guy's name? He has the show on the BBC.
Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, wait, that was a year ago.
Wait. Yeah.
That was He was on Top Gear.
Okay.
But
What's his name?
Graham Norton?
No. Maybe. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the
Graham
talk show.
Yeah,
Graham
the
Norton.
Graham
Oh,
show.
I fucking love Graham
Yeah,
Norton, man.
They were doing the eyebrow things, and I woke up that next morning. I was going, man, I can't. I can only do the one. Like, man, this is like.
Yeah, no, you have to like
Can't-
train yourself. We had a friend growing up. I don't know if you remember this. Her name was Brandy. She could do like
Yes.
her eyes would. She could do where they would just go in
Separately?
all the different directions and shit. Fucking creepy.
We're birthday buddies. We're born-
Real on the 5th?
Yep.
Oh, I thought hers was later.
Nope.
Okay, interesting.
Both born on the same day.
Well, there you go. You know what I fucking hate is when people say Happy Born Day instead of
says
Happy
that?
Birthday.
Who
It's
says
like a
that?
thing I see on social media from time to time. Happy Born Day. What?
What?
Birthday.
Am I
What's
Jason-
wrong with the word birthday?
Am I Jason
Do we
Bourne
have
now?
to fucking change everything? Can we not just have birthday?
No,
Jesus
you old man.
Christ.
You old man stuck in the days. What do you want? Segregation? You want different water fountains for
Oh, man.
everybody, you old man? That's what they're thinking right now.
What?
That's something they're gonna associate it with. You not wanting to say birthday. It's like, oh,
I just hate the coloreds.
exactly. That's what they
They
think.
can't have our water, and they need to shit in the outside toilets.
Speaking of outside toilets, I watched iZombie, the 3rd season of it on Netflix today.
I have
finished it
no
off.
idea what that is.
You ever seen iZombie?
No.
Man,
Why does Netflix have so much content that never pops up on my fucking feed?
it's on television though. Like it's an actual show on like CBS or some shit,
CBS?
or NBC or ABC or Fox. I don't know